Waddell Field saw the first 9-0 regular season in Byron Center football history in 2019, and as the first week of high school football continues in 2020, the Bulldogs will look to continue that momentum. Jason Hutton along with Brett Bakita. And Brett, that's the ultimate question. 26 seniors for Byron Center. A lot of them played a lot on that incredible team last year. How do they continue that into 2020?
Well, they're building a program here all the way through the youth levels and the middle school. Mark Sisko and his coaching staff, tremendous job. And people love their football around here. I live in the community, and I tell you, they were fired up to see this run. It got ended in the district final by East Grand Rapids on this very field. But I think pandemic and all, that's really fired up this big senior class that was juniors. Remember, that was the story for East Grand Rapids, the team that beat them. They were senior-oriented and a veteran club that got stronger as they went through. I think they expect big things, even though they switch into a tough OK White division, which happens to be where East Grand Rapids will be, and Forest Hill Central and other very good teams.
Well, coach and some seniors on building off 2019, heading into 2020.
It gives us a lot of stuff to show us what we can do, and like stuff that worked last year to take to this year, but also just to motivate us and try to do even better this year.
I mean, we just hold ourselves to the same standard, treat it the same way. I mean, we got a lot of the same dudes coming back, a lot of dudes that can fill the spots that are missing, and I definitely think we can produce better, if not the same season last year.
Out of this senior class, these guys played a lot of plays last year for us. A lot of kids started at different positions. So we had a ton of contributors that you wouldn't normally hear unless you actually went in and watched and looked closely at our roster. So we expect a lot from them.
Well, of those 26 seniors, we heard from Austin Roan, Mason Breed. I mean, there's a bunch of really good ones. But what they did lose was an incredible quarterback in Austin Vandermark. How do they begin to try to replace what he brought to them?
They got a couple of capable guys that will be seniors that obviously were in his shadow, but are capable. And Sawyer Whitechers, who's an outstanding athlete, he played a lot on defense. Will Baker as well. So I think they'll be all right because Austin Vandermark, as good of a quarterback as he was a great athlete, baseball player as well. So I think they'll be able to pick up the slack there in this offense they run. But I want to go back to what you just said. There was 5 kids that will be 3-year varsity players for Mark Sisko, and guys like Mason Breed that they move around in the backfield. Connor Bovia on an offensive line that returns 5 of 6 starters. You know how important that is, no matter what level of football you play, to have offensive linemen returning. So I think this club is motivated, they're excited, and they didn't take too kindly the way their season ended. East Grand Rapids took it to them, pounded them a little bit, and I think this senior class learned from that, and they're motivated to get back and play East Grand Rapids in what should be a great OK White conference race.
Well, of course, the Bulldogs won the OK Green outright. They make the transition to the OK White this season, so it's going to be interesting. We know Byron Center will be in the mix. East Grand Rapids, another team to keep an eye on, the OK White. Forest Hill Central. Zach Herrick will be with the Rangers on Fox 17 News at 10.